Hi folks, this is Satish Kumar and today we discuss about finding a factorial of a number and we also see the algorithm, flowchart and a program in C and C++. Before moving into the video, please do subscribe my channel for more updates. Thank you. And now coming to the factorial of a number. How do you find a factorial of a number? Suppose you take 5 as a number, then what is a factorial of 5? 5 is what? Factorial of 5 is 120. How do you get this? You say it as 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5, right? That is equal to 120. That means when you take a number, we say it is the product of all positive numbers which is less than or equal to n. So here n is what? 5. So here I took an example as factorial, and 5 is what? If I want factorial of 5, then it is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5, that is equal to 120. Now then what is the factorial of 0? So factorial of 0 is 1. Now what will be the logic? So here comes the logic. Suppose you are going to take an 5 as a number, then we write as 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 is equal to 120. That means first you take 1 and you multiply that 1 with 1, then you get answer as 1, and 1 into 2, so that will be taken as that. You take that answer and you will multiply it with 2, then your answer is what here? 2, and you take this answer now 2 into 3 is what? Is equal to 6, and now you take this result 6 into, again what is the next number? 4. So 6 into 4 is equal to 24, and now you take this 24, and 24 into 5 is equal to what? 120. Now what is happening here? So at every step, like from this step to this step and this step to here, what you're doing is you are storing a result, right? So here you store result as 1, here you store result 2, here you store result 6, here you store result 24. That means in each step you are storing the result and multiplying that result with the next number. So that becomes what? 120. So that is the logic behind it, right? So now, so for that reason, what we do is we take a result as fact, and we just take a result as fact, that is a variable where it will store the factorial of a number. Then what is the default value of fact? Then we need to initialize factorial, right? So because it will have a garbage value in it, so that's why we need to we have to initialize it to a number. So what is that number? That is what we take it as 1. Why it is 1? Why not 0? Because here every time you are multiplying your result with the another number, right? If you take fact as 0, then 0 into anything is what? Again 0 only. So that's the reason why you take here 1, and we call 1 as what? Multiplicative identity, right? So that's why you take for a fact is equal to 1. And now in this step, in this particular screen, what we understood is every time we are repeating same logic. So you are taking one number into another number, one number, another number. That another number is incrementing by what? 1. So that means as it is repeating same statement, then we can make it as what? A loop. And which loop you want to use here is for loop. Why only for loop? Why not while and do while? Because in for loop you take for loop only when you know exact number of times of iterations. So here you know, like for example, if you take number as 5, how many times of iterations it should be done? 5 times. If it is 10 times. So you know the value, number of iterations here. So that's the reason you take for loop. And we go with the algorithm now. So in the algorithm, what we do is first you start and you read a number, and in step 3 you set fact is equal to 1. Here fact is what? Your result. Fact is equal to 1 and I is equal to 1. Why you took 1 here? Because your factor, whenever you are taking 5 as a factorial, from where you are starting from 1 to 5. So that's the reason why you took as I is equal to 1. So I is used for what? Iteration purpose. So now check condition. I is less than or equal to number. So whatever the number you have taken. Suppose it is 5, then I is less than or equal to 5. That means what? 1 is less than or equal to 5, which is true. Right? So if it is true, then you have to go to step 5. I haven't written anything here. That means if false, you need to go to step 7. If not, continue. Right? So step 5, what you need to write is fact is equal to fact into I. Now tell me what is fact here. Fact is what here? 1. So fact is equal to 1 into what is I? I is also 1. So 1 into 1 is what? 1. Now that 1 is stored where? It is stored in fact. Now, so now first time when we write fact, first time when we write, when we first it iterated, fact became what? Fact became 1. Now, so next what is I is next step 6 what? Update I is equal to I plus 1. So update it I plus 1. So that means your I is now I is what now? I is equal to 1. I is equal to 1. Before it was 1. Now I becomes what? So this is all let's suppose this one, right? Fact is equal to 1 into 1, that is equal to 1, right? So before I was 1 and now in the first iteration, now it became what? I is equal to 2, that is I plus 1. I is equal to I plus 1, that became what? 1 plus 1 plus 1 equal to 2, right? Now we go with the second one. Now update I plus and go to step 4. So you have to move to step 4. Again you are checking the condition, I less than or equal to number. So what is I now? I is 2. So 2 less than or equal to 5. True or false? True. So whenever it is true, again you have to do is fact is equal to fact into I. Now what is fact now? Fact is 1. And what is I now? I became 2. So now your factorial is what now? Fact is equal to 1 into 2, that is I, that is equal to what? 2 now. So now fact became 2. Now next step what you have? I is equal to I plus 1. So that means it becomes what now? 3. So now I becomes 3, right? Yes. So now again it after updation it has to go to step 4. So I less than or equal to num. Suppose it is 5, right? So now I became what? I is 3 less than or equal to num, that is 5. It's true. So as it is true, next line is what? Fact is equal to fact into I. So now again fact becomes what? Fact is equal to, previously fact was what? 2. So 2 into, now I became what? 3, that is equal to 6. So now after this you have to update I is equal to 4. And next again it is true. So again fact becomes what? Fact is equal to 6 into 4, that is equal to 24. So next now I becomes what? 5. I is equal to 5. So by 5, I less than or equal to num, that is 5 less than or equal to 5, true. So now fact becomes what? 24 into 5, that is equal to 120. And now I becomes what? 6. I is equal to 6. Now what is the condition now? It has to go to step 4. So 6 less than or equal to 5, which is false. If false, where you need to go? You need to go to step 7. So step 7 is what? Display fact. So what is the fact? What is there in fact now? Fact is 120. Now tell me what is the factorial of 5? 120, right or not? So our algorithm is perfect. So step 8 is what? Stop. And then this flow chart for this. So start, read number, fact is equal to 1, I is equal to 1. It is step 3, and step 4 you are checking condition I less than or equal to num. If it is false, then you have to display fact. If it is yes, then fact is equal to fact into I, then I is equal to I plus 1. Yes. So see, you have to go through these only, just be aware with the what do you say, like shapes. Okay, this is reading one, this is reading one. So whenever you want to read like input or output, input and output should be which shape? Input and output should be in a parallelogram, and this should be what? In rectangle shape. Okay, so this is how you write flowchart, and code is this one. I is equal to 1, we said for loop, right? I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to num, I plus plus, fact is equal to fact into I, which has to be repeated, and once it is false, it comes out of it, and factorial of num is fact. And next we go with the program. So this side it is C program, and this is C++ program. You will be like, you know now, right, what is C and C++. If you please don't know, please go through my videos which is already given, which is already there for how to write or how to convert a C program to C++. So that's all for the day, and thank you so much. please, once again, I'm requesting you to, yes, subscribe. Thank you.